Do you have your Wallace Stevens book nearby still?
I do. I love him. He's always near at hand.
Uh, Same with me. I have a, so I guess we're going from
And what about your
sci-fi.
book about Wallace Stevens? I can't
I'm
wait
gonna,
to read it.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna send it to you. You just have
Okay.
to let me know where to send it. Um, you in Tris Tropiques, you write brilliantly about Stevens, and you actually go so far as to do something no one has done in the critical literature of Stevens, which is to actually try to say what Stevens teaches us through the poem So and So reclining on her couch. You actually say nervous, what's the word? With nerve.
No,
What Stevens,
con brio.
you say what Stevens taught us. So it's about the muse, and that is to say what you're writing in that essay. But of course, Stevens is writing about the muse. It's his model. It's a painter's model lying on the couch.
Yeah.
And here's what you say Stevens teaches us in this poem. This is about the most complicated thing I have read, period. I might read it twice because I'd love for you to explain it. Here's what Stevens taught us. Quote, this is you. The muse is as open to suggestion as the artist who learns from the muse's receptivity.
Yes. Well, it's like this. Like when you look at something, or when you are in the company of another person that whom you like, or you want to get something from, or that you're nourished by, you have to be open to what the subject is giving you. So, for instance, Diane Arbus, great artist, used to say that she didn't ask the subject to arrange themselves. She arranged herself to suit the subject.
Yeah.
So it's similar to that. What I think Stevens was saying, and what I'm saying in that essay in particular, is you have to be open to what the model is giving you. And then when you have that kind of openness, exchange of information, so the model is saying one thing and you're hearing it and you're responding. It's not just someone, as Mrs. So-and-so lying on her couch.
Mrs. Papadopoulos.
Yes, it's actually something much more beautiful and complicated about the openness of the model.
So
and where that can take you.
Yeah, and it's an intersubjectivity. Everybody, both are a subject there, and that's,
yes.
I won't say that's new theoretically to the issue of the muse, but it is an open-hearted interpretation of Mrs. Papadopoulos, who in the joke of the end of that poem is the model who's been hired for the day, and now it's time for her to go. And you follow that in this.
But also she stays in memory, right?
She absolutely does.
She has to go, but she stays in memory forever.
Your not the Marie who was your mother, but the Marie who was your part Jewish, part Puerto Rican girlfriend whom you just adored. We go from that passage about Stevens to Marie, and that's a relationship of hopeful intersubjectivity and love. Here's what Stevens says, just in a few lines, and I'd love to get your reaction to it. To get at the thing without gestures is to get at it as idea. She floats in the contention, the flux between the thing as idea and the idea as thing. She is half who made her. The arrangement contains the desire of the artist, but one confides in what has no concealed creator. One walks easily the unpainted shore, accepts the world as anything but sculpture.
Isn't that amazing?
It's Hilton. It's you, right? I mean, isn't that what you're doing?
Yes, I agree with you, Al, that that his he has such an enormous love for his for process of intellection, but also what inspires the process of intellection. So it's the model, it's Key West, it's a bird, it's a cloud, it's many things that he is celebrating in his poetry, and in particular that poem. To get it past gesture is a profound thing, where he can, he's saying, without theater, without acting, without projecting, to get at it without the filigree of physical behavior and the person just being, I think was something that he longed for, and I longed for it too, to get past the veils of your mind,
Yeah,
and really inhabit another person.
that's beautiful. And I think you sometimes use the word care in play instead of love, which is a big, big word. Sometimes you talk about this as care. So if the subject cares for the object is actually a subject, and intersubjectivity is a form of mutuality and love. But
Right,
it depends on caring.
that's right.